Hello everyone. Today we shall continue the session on tuple and dictionary. In tuple, in the last session, we understood what is the definition. Of course, it is similar to a list, and the other features of the tuple is immutable. Of course, it is faster than a list because it requires just a single block. And apart from that, we also understood how to access a tuple by using the slicing mechanism. Now, in today's session, we'll try to understand further as far as the assignment is concerned, tuple assignment, and what is the meaning of decorate and undecorated sequence. In tuple assignment, the first thing you need to understand that Python has the ability to assign the tuple on the left hand side. That is, you can have a tuple on the left hand side and make an assignment statement. So apart from that, it has an ability to assign more than one variable at a time, and this is something interesting as far as Python is concerned. Now for example, let us say in a 2-element list, we have a list with 2 elements on the right hand side, and we need to assign these elements of the list to 2 different variables on the left hand side. Let us say the 2 different variables on the left hand side are x and y. You can see here specified here. So how do I write such a statement? Now this is what is the first statement, that is yum is a list because of the square brackets, single quotes have and completed, with another word is fun with single quotes and complete single quotes. So I would just have to say x comma y equals yum. Now when I say this x comma y equals yum, it means that have will be assigned to x and fun will be assigned to y. You can print it out. You can just say print x, and you can see that you would get x as have and y as fun. So this is the way you can make use of a tuple assignment whenever it comes to the multiple assignment. Now let me tell you that it is not a magic. What Python does internally is it will treat those values on the right hand side just like the array elements. For example, if I have yum equal to have and fun, and this is nothing but your m of 0 and this is nothing but your m of 1. So what it does internally is it says x equals m of 0, and then finally it says, assigns y equals m of 1, and that's how you get these values as multiple assignments, which is possible with the on a single line, that is possible in the Python. Only that, but you can have the other way around. For example, let us see, I have yum equals have fun, and if I say x comma y equals yum, this is one understood. Now for example, if I have a equals 101 and b equals 505, then I can have a comma b equals b comma a. That is as good as swapping the values. I am assigning b to a and a to b. So in a single line of statement, I can swap both their values. So if a was 101 and b was 505, I would get a as 505 and b as 101. So it is so terse language that you can do it in a single statement. Now apart from this, we have, let us say, the right side of the so right side can be any of the sequence such as string, list or tuple. Now for example, if I have an email address which is given by addr equals single quotes monty@python.org. Now if I use username is Monty and let us say my domain is python.org, then I would just have to say uname comma domain equals addr.split. Now what is this split? It is going to split this entire email ID with the help of the @ sign into 2 parts. One is the username, another is the domain. So what finally it results into is it will return username into uname and domain into the python.org into this domain. So this is how you can make use of this for further processing whenever it comes to the strings, and there is an instance that you want to segregate the string. So here it is given as if you print this, print uname, Monty, and so on. So we can check it out with the help of code as well. Now I have the list here, have fun, which is assigned to m, and xy equals m. When I print this x and y, let us print this x here and see what happens. Now you get have here, and similarly if I print it again on y, then I would get the second string, that is fun, have fun. So this is how you can assign it. Or for that matter, if I have a equals 101, b equals 501 or 505, and if I say a comma b equals b comma a, and if I say print of a comma, so if I say this and print a and b here, a comma b equals b comma a, then it would swap the values. And I print this, I get a equals 505 and b equals 101. So this is how you can make use of this statement to swap them on a single line. Now we'll take the other example, which wherein we'll say email equals abc at gmail. This is a string here. So now we'll try to assign this into user comma domain equals email dot split on the ad, and then I print the value of user separately and domain separately. So this would segregate the username and the domain here. So let us see the output here. Now what you see here is abc is the username and gmail.com is the domain. So this gets segregated with the help of this single statement, which is as doing a multiple assignment. So quite a handy, useful function here with the help of the split. At the same time, you are using the concept of multiple assignments to process the strings. So this example gives you an idea that you can even do the multiple assignments irrespective of what data structure you are using. So this is an example for you to use it whenever you feel like. So let us go back to the slides and see the next concept, that is decorate and undecorate a sequence. Now we know that there is a sort function which we already use. How sort works? Basically it sorts the first element, and then in case if there is a tie between the next element, so it will try to arrange them, and then it subsequently it will go on. So this is called as decorating the sequence, and there is a pattern used inside called as a DSU for decorate a sequence by building a list of tuples with one or more sort keys preceding the elements from the sequence. And similarly, what is the meaning of undecorate is it is trying to build on the sort, that is extracting these elements from the sorted elements of the sequence, then we say that it is undecorate. So these two concepts can be better understood with an example. So what are we going to do is we are going to take a set of words in a, let us say, of a list, and then finally we are going to sort them based on their length. That is, we'll try to find the length of each of the words, and we'll append that length to the tuples, each of the words which are in the tuples as a tuple, and then we'll try to print those tuples based on their order. Let us say the order is descending order, the largest length first. So how to achieve this using this particular mechanism, wherein we can say that sorting can be done in the reverse order, or for that matter undecorating the sequence. So let us go to the example here. Now suppose there are list of words which needs to be sorted from longest to shortest. So let us assume that the words are there is a text here, txt equals, there is a string, but soft what light in yonder window breaks. So there are different words with different length. Now you see, if you see at the first word, but is of 3, size is 3, that is 3 letters, whereas soft is of 4 letters or alphabets, and what is of 4 letters, and so on. Now when you rearrange them, you should be able to get the largest word length word first, and then so on till the shortest length word Now let us try to implement this with the help of tuples in case of Python, that is with the help of the Python editor. Now this is the string here which I have copied here. Now we'll try to split this string using txt dot split, that is split on space. If you say nothing, that means it is space there. Now we'll try to browse through the words, word in words, and now pay attention that these are the words, but we want them to be in the list, because we are going to make use of append function which is already understood through the list. So we'll try to declare one list here. Let us call this as lst equals list. So this empty bracket is a list. Now we'll try to say lst dot append bracket. Now pay attention here. Now we are supposed to append in the format wherein the length is first and then it is followed by the word. So to do this, use another brackets, and this another brackets. What is the meaning of this? Why I have shown you this is, append is a function, but inside append I am trying to use this another angle parenthesis, meaning I am trying to create a tuple. So when I am creating a tuple here, I would first append the length of the word, each word that is given by the word here of the for loop, followed by the word itself, word. So this is how I am going to append all the words of to the list using a tuple. So both the are used here, and then finally I am going to sort it. So you know how to sort them. So lst dot sort, but you know that we are not going to sort them in the ascending order, but we want it in a descending order. So how this? That is, I will say reverse equals true. So meaning of this is, I want to sort in the reverse order. That is, it will take the length of the word as the with the highest length and so on, that is in the decreasing order of the length. And then finally I want to, let us say again, append this to new lst equals this, and again I am to use this for loop for appending this. So I can only take the words out of it and then append it to the new list. Let me tell you one more important thing here. When this lst is constructed through this mechanism, so you know that there are two things in the lst. First part is the length and second part is the word. So what we can do is, we can say w comma length or lng, we'll try to use some other word, lng in lst. So meaning here is, the first part is the other way around. We'll try to use length first and then comma word, so that we'll try to grab the length in the lng and word in the word. Now if I try to just print this doing nothing, we'll try to see the appending part later, but let us see what happens here. If I say lng comma w and I print this, what do I get? So we'll try to run only this part of the code and then we'll try to subsequently modify. Now there is an error here when I run this. So the error says syntax error. Now if you really go back and check it out, now you have created a tuple here, but a tuple is not closed here properly. So this is the proper closure, because it is append function has to be closed. Now if I run this, then I would get all the words along with their lengths which are stored beside. that is the largest word is yonder, then followed by window, 6 letters, 6 alphabets. Similarly, breaks is also 6, 5, 4 and 2. Now, but what we are interested in is we are only interested in the words. So we can just skip the length part and display only the words. So this is just a understanding that gives you how we can use both the both the parts of the tuple by using this mechanism, that is lng comma w. If I say comma w, that means automatically lng will pick up the length and w will pick up the word. So if I am not interested in the length part, I just have to skip this and say run this. So I would get only the list of words with the largest length and smallest to the smallest and so on. This is a very interesting program, so just go through it. I believe you understood this program using this mechanism wherein both the concepts were used, list as well as the tuple. So this code is given to you, you can go through it. Now let us try to go to the next, that is the dictionary. Now the dictionary, meaning of dictionary is of course is a data structure and is similar to again a list, but this time we are not going to make use of index just like we did it in case of tuple and list, but we can make use of any type, that is the key and a value. There is a concept of a key and a value involved here instead of a integer. Now a dictionary can be visualized as mapping between a set of indices which are called keys and set of values. That is, on the left hand side we have a dictionary with a key, and on the right hand side we have their corresponding value. Just like your dictionary. What is a dictionary? Literal meaning of dictionary: if I search a word in a dictionary, then I would be searching the word in the dictionary using its alphabetical order, and then finally on the left hand side I would get the word, or the desired word, and then finally I would go on the right hand side to see what is its meaning, or what are its multiple meanings or synonyms. And similar concept applies here. I can have the key as on the left hand side, that is which is identifying that particular element, and on the right hand side its corresponding value. So this is given by key colon value pair, or sometimes an item. So if you look at the inbuilt keyword, just like tuple tuple, list list, we also have the keyword called as dict dict. You can make use of this dict inbuilt function, or you can make use of this curly braces, which is flower curly brace here. Now how do I create a dictionary? For example, English to Spanish, let us say there is some word here which you want to convert from English to Spanish. Dictionary equals dict, and if I say print this, I would get this symbol indicating that I have created a dictionary. Now with this understanding, for example, if I have an example like English to Spanish, and I have created this index as 1 equals and if I try to print the value here, print English to Spanish, then I would get 1 equals or 1 colon meaning the value of the key with 1 has a value So 1 represents the key and represents the value. So this is how you can create a dictionary using a key value pair, or that is separated by a colon in a dictionary. Of course, we'll be going through this session again in the next subsequent session. For the time being, just go through this example and then we'll close this session. English to Spanish, 1 let us say comma, 2 dos, 3 tres, and so on. So if I print this English to Spanish, then I would get 1 3 tres, 2 dos. That is, of course, the order does not matter. It is only the key that you need to worry about. So if I at any given time, if I say print English to Spanish of 2, then it will show me the corresponding value of that key as far as dictionary is concerned. So with this note, we'll end this session here. I hope you understood this. Practice this before coming to the next session. Thank you. Have a good day and a safe day.